Bang. Hey, what's going on, family and friends? I hope everyone is doing well. You guys know who I am, Mr. Brandon Grant, a.k.a. Mr. Bowtie, a.k.a. Bowtie Bowler. Today, I'm here with my people, my family, my new family, Mr. Dave Wodka and Adam Ishman. What's going on, fellas?
How are you, man?
How you doing out there where it's not snowing?
Hey, I love it. But I do like the snow.
It's nice when you can see it in the mountains. It sucks whenever you drive in it.
Yes, agreed.
So,
but see,
we got plenty of snow you can have if you want to come take some of it.
No.
It's still actually coming down right now if you'd like it. We could just transport
it
to LA.
No,
not by us. You're 45 minutes south of us. You're 30 minutes south of us. It actually hadn't started yet by us.
See? Here we was probably 70-something degrees, sun was shining, water on the beach looked good.
70 something? Is that what you said? I got in the car this morning and you could take the other digit off. It was 7.
Exactly.
7 degrees.
That is a fact.
7 degrees.
7.
Yep. I took a picture the other morning when I left my house to go to the office, and it was 2.
Wow. Look, Brian Gonzalez said, hey, Adam Ishman, you can keep the snow.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. I mean, that's why you guys live where you live. So I understand.
Hey, Missy, anytime you want to come to California, we got palm trees all day. Palm trees for days.
That is a fact.
Yeah,
that is a fact.
Yes. But other than that, guys, what's been going on? Talk to me.
Just go ahead, Dave.
No, I was going to say, man, I'd start with just welcome to the team, my friend. I'm glad to have you, and I know Adam's excited to have you working with him out there. And tell us a little bit about what made you decide to come on board with this team.
Honestly, I think it was Adam. Adam kind of twisted my hands and my fingers and stuff. I'm just saying, I didn't. I was really trying to be nice, and then Adam was just like, "Dude, you already know what it is," so I just kind of had to, No, I'm just joking, really. Honestly, man, like from day one when I started bowling, I've always had an ebonite ball in my hand or a hammer ball in my hand. I always had something, and it seemed like it always worked out well for me. And at the time I signed with Global, I guess it was they approached me first, and me being a rookie, not really knowing, I took the advantage. I took that opportunity, and I was with them for a couple of years, and I had a good time, but it feels good to be back home, I should say.
Well, we're definitely excited to have you. I mean, we've obviously known each other a very long time and have passed together, crossed together in some tournaments back in the day. And, it's good to have you here. It's good to have your presence. We're excited for the future. And we'll see what happens here from going forward.
Oh, absolutely. Ivan, I guess you need yellow golf balls to play in the snow?
No, they're orange. You actually need orange. It's like hunting gear. Hammer hunting gear.
Dude,
hammer orange golf balls.
That's right. That's right.
Look, 7 degrees, you're not even going outside.
No, you aren't.
No. And
other than what?
When we traveled to, it was me, Vern, and Jello. We traveled to St. Louis. I swear I thought they were going like to Alaska or something. I'm like, dude, why do you guys have all this stuff on? Put a hoodie on or pull over and some sweats and go with it, And we pulled up to the rental car place, and I had flip-flops on, shorts, and a pullover. And the lady told us, as soon as she looked at it, she was like, "You're not from here, huh?" And I was like, "Clearly, you can tell."
Yeah, well, just to be fair, I've lived here for it'll be a year in 2 days, and I just purchased a winter coat last week.
Do you really
So
need it though, Adam? Do you really need it,
it's 7, bro. It's 7.
dude?
There's a difference between 30 and 7.
So I cleaned off my car this morning because there was a bunch of snow on it,
Yep.
and you're sitting there cleaning it all off and stuff, and you can tell that it's like single digit cold because your hands like you can't feel them, and this is all within like a 5 to 10 minute span. Like it was unbelievable how fast you almost lost fingertips because it's just so cold out.
Dude, I think
That
you're
is a fact.
exaggerating. I really think you're exaggerating.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not.
No,
Unfortunately,
he's
I'm not.
not.
But I will say I'm happy to be here. So with all things miserable about the weather, it's a great place to be, except for when it's 7 out.
Yeah, it's a great place to work. It's a great family to be a part of and a great team to be a part of for sure. So I'm with Adam. As much as I can't stand having to go out there and shovel and use the snowblower every damn day, I still wouldn't want to be anywhere else right now.
Hey, tell them, Gail. Tell them, sis. You got to put some sun emojis up for them too, so they know. We got the sun and they got the snow. You got to let them know.
The sun was out today. We actually saw the
Yes.
sun today. So
It was sunny today.
Hey, you're right about that, because when I was in Montana, I mean, you could look outside. It was beautiful and snowy, but the sun was shining, but it just didn't put any heat out. That's for sure.
No, it actually makes it makes you not be able to see when it blinds you off the white snow.
That is true.
True statement. True statement.
And so, moving forward, what do you guys have in store for us as staffers, man? Anything new coming up?
Well, from the Hammer side of things, I mean, we do have the 2 newest balls, which are actually out this week with the Obsession and the Obsession Tour. That's going to be the newest of the new right now. We've seen a lot of activity, a lot of action. I mean, they were on TV the last couple of weeks. There's a lot of strikes being thrown. I mean, a lot of strikes being thrown. Unfortunately,
Yes.
not just a few missing hits every now and then, but
Right.
still great performances by everybody, and the balls look great. Going forward, we got some things happening. There's some names that you'll recognize from the past coming back. Obviously with the Black Widow, that was the first ball that was a Kentucky or an Ebonite branded nameplate that has been made by the Brunswick Corporation. And I think we hit a home run. It was probably
that 2.0, boy, oh boy.
I mean, you have one, so you can talk to it a little bit as well on what you've seen so far.
Dude, it does. For people that has a lot of revs, I still recommend that ball because it doesn't read the front of the mids. In my opinion, it does not. And that ball just seems like it just glides through the oil and it stores all the energy. And when it hits the back of the pattern, it just wants to go left and it drives through the pins. Just miraculous. I don't even know what to call it. It's just awesome. So that ball there, between that and the Web MB, both of those balls are so smooth through the fronts and the mids. I absolutely love them.
You only get one chance, especially with the Black Widow. You only get one chance to do it right, and especially with the name 2.0 and making it the same color as the original, and all the things that go with the old ball. It probably outperforms the old ball, in today's world, and
Correct.
it was awesome to see. There was a lot of naysayers out there that balls couldn't be made the same way or perform just as good as they did before, and I'm sure Dave and I can both tell you that they're extremely good.
Yeah, that was the one thing that I think, there were, after the acquisition there, and then leading up to a few months ago, there was a lot of, like Adam said, there was naysayers, and yeah, it's a Black Widow, but is it really a Black Widow? And it's really a Black Widow.
It's really a Black Widow.
Really, and the people that have thrown it say it's a Black Widow, and this is not coming from the company guys. This is coming from actual consumers that love the Black Widow, that now have this new Black Widow 2.0. And, there just is, it's a Black Widow. There's no other way to say it. And if you like the Black Widow, this should be the ball that proves to you that we can still reproduce those balls and those ball motions and those proven pieces of equipment that people have wanted from the Hammer brand.
Hey, from somebody that had the original Black Widow and now having the 2.0, hey, Dave, you hit it on the nose. You did. I mean, it was boom.
Yeah, and there may be a couple other things up our sleeve too. I mean, there's a certain color that seems to get talked about a lot lately, and we'll just kind of leave it at that.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
There may have been some shots fired, but those shots have missed. So.
Okay. Hey, look, Gail said, do you know when Hammer, the Fugitive, will be taken off the market? She wants to make sure she gets like 3 more.
Just buy them now. I mean, don't even worry about when it's going to go away. Just buy them now.
Exactly.
Oh, see, everybody knows, man. This is my guy here, Mr. Oaks. What's going on, RJ? Yeah. So, during what do you call that? Bow Expo. That's what, June, July?
End of June.
Yeah, typically the end of June.
Is it still going to be in Vegas?
Not this year. It's this is the year of Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah,
Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville, Kentucky.
Yep, this is it's traditionally Bowl Expo's been 2 years in Vegas and then the third year somewhere else. So it was always the convention center, Mandalay Bay, and then wherever else. And that third year has been everywhere from Reno to Orlando to Nashville a couple years ago, and this year is Louisville.
Okay. Louisville. I looked at tickets for Louisville for July. Man, they were already like $300 and some dollars. I'm like, dude, why it's so expensive? What's in Louisville? That's all I need to know.
the Bourbon Trail, man.
The Louisville Slugger Plan. The Muhammad Ali Museum.
Woodford Reserve and Buffalo Trace.
Look, besides the Derby, the Kentucky Derby, what else is out there? Seriously, why are tickets so expensive?
It's a small airport. So it's one of those places that you have to connect to go somewhere else. It's not a direct flight, especially from Southern Cal. You're not going to find a direct flight. Right. It's just one of those places that it's kind of like going to Reno. There's only certain places that you can get to Reno from, exterior areas. Right. So it's kind of in that same boat. It's kind of like coming here. If you ever come to Muskegon, you have to go to Grand Rapids. So Grand Rapids is the closest major airport, and you're 45 minutes from here.
Wow. Oh, you can fly in. You can fly directly into Muskegon with the 2 gates. Just don't do it in the wintertime because most of the flights get canceled.
Well, Dave, you're 0 for 1 on getting in and out with Muskegon. So
I am 0 for 1 and have not tried it again since. I've used Grand Rapids since.
All right, so look, if Dave is 0 for 1, I'm not even going to attempt to swing that way. I'm going to just go ahead and fly to Grand Rapids if anything. It's fine. It's a
26-minute flight from Chicago to here. It's a 3-hour drive, but it's a 26-minute flight across the lake. Wow. So, I mean, it's very, very quick.
Well, look, you see Brian Gonzalez says, speaking of Dave Wodka, the Allure Solid is phenomenal, just FYI.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. That's a little bit of a benchmark type of ball, kind of mid-price, just kind of, read the lane, first ball out of your bag type of piece.
Here you go. Your boy Jello Gray said, how about the pink one?
Yeah, it's not pink. I'll just leave it at that. It's not pink.
It's hard to duplicate. It's hard to duplicate the pink.
It may start with it. That color may start with that same letter, though.
That's true. We're just getting started, man. We're just getting started.
Often imitated, never duplicated.
But what with the 2.0 being what it was, again, we've proved that we can make quality products that are very similar, that perform phenomenal. Compared to again, the people that were questioning if we could make the same products. And again, what we're alluding to is there's other balls coming that aren't necessarily a Black Widow, but they are starting with the letter P.
You can even go back to you can even go back to before the Black Widow. You can go back and we replicated the Web Tour with the Web Tour Hybrid, and that was definitely a replication of a previous hammer ball. So and as time goes on, they're just going to get better and better.
There we go. Hey, Robert. Wait, hold on. Robert Danzy Jr. asked favorite ball for each of us, and why. I'll let you guys go first.
I'll let Adam go first.
Oh boy. I'm going to have to go away from the hammer brand here for a second, just because of what I've thrown personally. I really like the Intimidator Pearl. That ball's been extremely good for me. There's a couple other balls that are, again, in the purple realm. With there may be a ball that has the word damn on it and good after that. I was part of the testing on that, and it's another one of those, like, holy cow, what do we got here? This is something different and special. But they definitely are, I guess I can say two of them. Those are the two of my current favorite balls right now.
He didn't really say current, but I'll give you that one.
Yeah. I'll have to, I'm pretty sure Adam could guess this, but I have to give you one ASIM and one symmetric. For the ASIM, it's the Track Strata, and for the symmetric, it's the Outlook Solid from Columbia right now.
It's the same two balls he beats our brains in a league with every week.
And at Fight Club and at every other tournament I've bowled in lately. And
currently, that's correct.
He favorite ball and why? The answer to why is because I beat everybody with them right now.
So do you have any more of those in stock that's just blank?
I don't currently, but there's some about maybe
100 feet behind us.
I was just say there may be about a 5-iron from my desk, so I can probably go get some.
Oh, okay. Well, like I said, I'm gonna go away from the hammer brand really quick, and I would say I like one of the balls that I scored well with was the Total Envy.
That was a good
I'm
one.
surprised. Okay, I'm surprised you didn't say Game Breaker. As many Game Breakers as you've thrown over the years, I'm surprised that you haven't suggested that as the ball.
Well,
isn't that what you won the New Mexico Open with?
Away from the hammer and go to Total Envy. But Game Breaker is on the top of it's on like a pedestal on its own. So I couldn't put that in the same sentence. I wanted to just get rid of the Total Envy first and then bring that Game Breaker, because there was no ball that absolutely could touch that ball ever.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
The Game Breaker by far was one of the best balls ever.
Well, call me tomorrow and let me know what you think. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Call me tomorrow and let me know what you think.
Call me after 2:00 tomorrow and
call me tomorrow and let me know.
Dude, I don't know why the Game Breaker was it was phenomenal. But
I'm guilty too. I've had a bunch of them over the years. It was just the ball that it was like the get out of jail free card. You knew what it was going to do. Like we were talking about Dave with the benchmark type ball. This was just that benchmark type ball of that day. and it was for a lot of days because it was around a long time. That's another one that it's hard to pry out of people's hands, and hopefully we can make some benchmark type products that will be extremely similar to those in the future.
Right. Okay, here go another one. Here goes somebody. Hey, and you guys have to please explain this answer to me. This ball right here is in so high demand. When are they going to make more?
My lips are sealed.
Oh no. Come on. We want hey, everyone wants to know, when is there going to be more purple hammers in production? Because that you can't give this ball and say, hey, this is a ball that everybody wants, and you're just going to say, hey, you better find it somewhere else now.
Hey, last time I looked, purple begins with the same letter as pink, correct?
You're right. You're right. You're right.
So, I mean, yeah, you are right. It's kind of like the unicorn. It's the unicorn ball that everybody's trying to find.
Hey, I like GG3 throwing my hashtag in there. I'm taking credit for that one, by the way, from 2 weeks ago.
Dude, man, I'm just saying. Here we go.
Hey, I do want to talk a little bit about the two balls coming out tomorrow or Thursday. I mean, the Obsession and the Obsession Tour. Those balls are phenomenal. I have not actually thrown the Obsession yet, but I've thrown the Obsession Tour a little bit.
Yeah,
man, for a big, strong ball, that ball's phenomenal. And I can't say it's going to replace the Strata, but it actually is going to give me something in between my Strata and my Outlook Solid.
It's certainly different. It's certainly different because you have a lot of like tour type balls that are symmetric and higher RG and lower diff, and there's like web tour type balls. This is that, but in an asymmetric form. So when those balls, when you have like a web tour, for just to give you a comparison, where that ball starts to get a little lazy down the lane because it's a symmetric core and doesn't have that oomph down the lane.
Right.
You go to this ball and it does exactly what that ball was missing. So it's a great 1-2 in those balls, going from a web tour to an Obsession. So you can move left with the Obsession Tour and still see it shape a little more overall.
Okay, my question with this is, when you drill, and it's, say you were drilling your web tour, right? Mm-hmm. Do you drill your Obsession Tour the same exact way?
Yes.
Yep. Yes. And that's going to give you that different motion.
Again, the balls are different for a reason. So you're going to rely on the ball itself, the core numbers, and the cover stock to change the shape based off of what's going on. The drillings are a small part of the equation. It's for the 10 to 15%. For what's going on, it really is the surface and the ball itself that are the most important part.
Okay. All right. So, what was the reasoning for coming out with an Obsession and an Obsession Tour in one package?
Dave, you want to take that from your past?
Sure. So, kind of the thought behind giving a dual launch, and we've done it in the Hammer brand for 3 or 4 years now, really, when you go back and talk about the Ripped and the Statement, and last year with the Redemption, with the Solid and the Pearl. Yep. It gives the consumer two different options. When you come out with one ball, maybe they don't want that one ball, but it comes out, it's two different options for that Hammer fan at the high performance price point. This dual launch being a little different because it's not a Solid and a Pearl, it's a Solid and a Tour edition. So it's actually a different motion, probably a little more geared towards the tournament bowler this time, giving it that tour motion, that different motion that they're looking for to complement it. And the tournament bowler may want both of them at this point.
Okay. So with that being said, if you're buying the Tour edition, the Obsession Tour edition, which drops what, What did you say?
Thursday.
Thursday.
You come out Thursday. This ball here, it's not for basically a typical house ball. If you want to,
No, I feel that this ball is good for the masses. You know, if you're looking for that smoother, controllable benchmark, it's the first ball out of the bag type scenario. I would really suggest that. You know, especially with it being asymmetric, you're still going to have your league bowlers that still need a little more help down the lane. Because it is asymmetric, it'll help go around the corner. So that's where this is an extremely unique ball, because I've never seen anything like it in a tour edition with a asymmetric type shape.
Right. This is unique.
This is extremely unique.
Motion. It's a unique ball, and it fits the Hammer brand, being that.
And I'm excited. I can't wait to have my guy Quinn drill it up for me for sure.
Lake Forest Lanes, Quinn,
my man.
That is my guy, man. He has set me up, man, and ever since, because before when I was drilling balls, I was just like, oh, put the pin over there or put the pin over there. I didn't know anything about numbers, and Vern was like, Brandon, that's not gonna work.
I can see Vern doing that.
Yes. Hey, he was like, you would have to know those numbers on those balls. I was like, Vern, why? For what? He was like, dude, those numbers are important. So ever since I learned about those numbers, I see the lane totally different.
Yeah, I mean, bowling's like it's a puzzle that the pieces really don't fit together. They may fit together now, but you got them wet, and then there was, some other stuff that happened, and you're using duct tape and carving out pieces, and you're trying to make it all fit together, because it's a never-ending puzzle. It never ends. Everything's changing, and the environment changes all the time. So yeah, it's what's good now might not be good a half hour from now. While you're bowling, or change pairs, or we've all been there. We've all seen that, going to any type of tournament that you change pairs.
Oh yeah.
That's why we make all these different products within the Hammer brand, because you can build a whole arsenal that covers all of those changes in patterns, changes in environments, changes in skipping procedure, changes in oils, all of that. There's so many outside factors into it, which is why when you bowl tournaments, you've got to have a big arsenal.
And over time, we've built a product line that gives you the full breadth of product, from the low end to the high end, because after the acquisition, the Hammer brand started over. I mean, you're pretty much talking about, there were no Hammer balls that were made within that 4-month span. Right. Everything that was a Kentucky made ball was gone, so we had to revamp and start over in the new Brunswick facility. And we're there. We've done it. We have every product that you would need, from Obsessions or Redemption Solids on the high end, all the way down to the lower end type ball with Fugitives and things like that.
There you go. Hey, Jello said, whoa, what's happening tomorrow, Adam?
I guess you're just going to have to check social media periodically tomorrow.
Check your email, Jello, tomorrow. It'll be there.
Oh, man. Hey, so moving forward, I was thinking we need to, Brandon, Bowtie, Adam, and Dave, we need to get together once a week. Maybe or once every month or so, just to get on here and talk and talk to our people. What do you think about that?
I'm in.
Just set up a time and we'll figure it out. I mean, there's enough to talk about, from a monthly right. scenario that's new balls or tournaments or anything like that. That's that we're that's relevant in the bowling business right now. I mean, you could do it. I mean, there's guys doing weekly shows. I mean, monthly is probably about what makes sense.
There you go. Moving forward with TMBA, Hammer still sponsors TMBA. There's a lot of TMBA bowlers that buys hammer equipment.
Mm-hmm.
How often do you feel, or do you guys come out and actually meet these TBA owners, or do you guys even want to?
We try to attend as many of the regional events as we can. Generally, we try to send at least the what used to be DSM or now the product specialist. Try to attend the regional events and maybe the Rodman and events like that. And then we generally have somebody at national. I don't know how that's all going to go going forward. Obviously, things have changed a little bit with the pandemic and things like that, but we're definitely a big part of TMBA. We love being a part of TMBA, and we feel like we've got a really good partnership with TMBA, and we want to continue that as best we can. Debbie and the crew at TMBA are fantastic. I obviously worked with them for many years in Hopkinsville, so I love me some Debbie Lewis, man. She's fantastic.
There you go. Debbie Lewis is. And I was talking to Robert, and he was just saying how he loves how, what he loves what Hammer has done for TNBA. It just get, like I said, having Ron Sims down there, when Sean Lee down there helping, Les and Kim Mann down there helping, Robert Lawrence down there helping. I said, dude, people don't understand. When you go down there, it's just not, oh, well, we're going to try to get you to purchase this wall. It's honestly like you have genuine people that want to help and become part of they want you to become part of the family, but they want you to feel comfortable.
Look, I've been in the bowling business, and I know Dave can basically say the same story. We've been in the bowling business for pretty much our entire lives at some level, and we want everyone to succeed as best as they can with, any help that we can provide. Yes, we're in the business of selling bowling balls. There's no question about that. However, we want you to be successful, because really in the end, happy people are going to be more excited about bowling, and they're going to bring more attention to the game, and they're going to hopefully try and bring more people into the game, because really in the end, that's all we're trying to do. Yes, bowling balls are, again, that's the fuel. That's what pays my paycheck, but it's a part of the game. It's part of what we do. But again, like hey, Les and Kim are on here, so hi, Les and Kim. It's a family thing. We enjoy it, and everybody I've dealt with over the years is part of my family on some level. It's very important to me that, as people, we all connect as best as we can.
Absolutely.
Yes. And one more thing too, we're always out, especially like when we attend the TMBA events or any event that any of our brands are involved in. We want people to have a good experience too. If they have a good experience, they're going to come back. And if they come back to bowling, eventually that's going to lead to ball sales. So like Adam said, as much as we're here to sell bowling balls, we're here to promote bowling as well, and promote people having a good experience in a bowling center or at a bowling event or at any kind of event that we are involved in. So we definitely want to make sure that we get that point across too. And, I want to give a shout out to Les and Kim also. I know Adam did, but they're in here, and I talked to them quite a bit, and, thinking of you guys, just love working with everybody at TMBA, including as well as the TMBA Hammer ambassadors we have. And I'm going to miss some names, but I'll give you just a few with Jello and Vern and Ashley Blakely and Devera. There's just so many ambassadors that we have all over the country involved in the TMBA. And, as we activate them more and as we get them more involved, that whole partnership can just continue to grow.
There you go. Hey, Adam or Dave, compare the Widow 2.0 to the Obsession.
The regular Obsession? I would guess
like.
it's the regular Obsession. I believe that comparing the two, you have an Obsession that's a little stronger overall. It's a stronger core, stronger cover. It's going to be more hook overall, but it's going to be 2 to 3 more and a little more sharper off the back of the lane, off the back of the pattern compared to what a widow would be.
There you go. All right.
Yeah.
All right. That's good. That's good information right there.
I'll answer the question you put up there. I think Jeff Smith asked if it was Blanton's, Woodford, or Booker's tonight.
Oh,
so the answer, the answer to that is Woodford tonight.
And hey, we don't even want to know what Adam is drinking, guys. He has a seltzer if anybody wants to know.
That's not true. That is not true.
Are you drinking White Claw again?
No. No.
Hey, guys. So when you see Adam, do you give him a White Claw or whatever other kind of seltzer they have?
There's no laws with the claws, dude. There's no laws with the claws.
Oh man, dude, that's disappointing. I'll just tell you that now. It's disappointing.
You know what? We're gonna have the conversation off air, and we're gonna clear the air about what's in my cup.
So since you're talking about him being disappointed, I got to ask, because last time I was on, I was a little disappointed at what was in your cup. So what's in your cup tonight?
Today, I have a Team Hustle special.
Okay, please.
You're gonna have to define that.
No, Team Hustle special is what do you call it? Crown apple and cranberry. That's what Team Hustle special.
All right. I can accept that.
Sounds like a Washington apple.
Well, there you go. I see. Yeah, they was like, "Oh, you want a Washington apple?" Yeah, but me and my Jello and myself, we renamed it. We said, "Hey, we're calling it a Team Hustle special." So when we do go to certain bars, we'll say, "Hey, can we get a Team Hustle special?" And they know what it is now.
That's perfect. That's good.
So wherever we go, I don't care if we go to St. Louis, if we come to Michigan, hey, we go to the bar, we're like, hey, do you have this? A lot of people don't carry Crown Apple, but a lot of places do. But when they do, we're like, hey, this is Team Hustle special. So if anybody just say, can I get a Team Hustle special? You know what they want.
We'll have to try that on Thursday, Dave, and see what happens.
Yeah, well, you think they're going to know what that is in Muskegon, Michigan?
No, tell them one time, especially if it's the same bartender, say, hey, look, this drink here is going to be called the Team Hustle Special, period. It just so now when you go in there, you guys will be part of the crew.
The only thing we do at League on Tuesday night is drink Mick Ultra so Mike Dole can pay our bar tab.
That's correct.
Why that beer?
Watching my figure, man. Round is a shape, and I'm tired of being round.
Go run. Go jog. Oh, well, you can't jog.
Did we mention that it's 7 degrees out
right now?
Dude, go look. Adam purchased a puffy jacket or a winter coat. I don't even know what a winter coat looks like.
It's more than a hoodie, just so you know.
Hey, look. Burdell Hooks asks, are hammer balls still infused with carbon fiber?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll Jeff Smith actually answered that in the chat as well. If you see the letters CFI on the ball, whether it's in the core or the inner core, that means it's infused with carbon fiber.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of the outer cores have a black hue to them. That's where most of the carbon fiber is, and most of the balls that are out right now.
Okay. And putting carbon fiber inside of a bowling ball, what does that do for the performance?
Performance, not much. It's going to be more for durability more than anything else.
Yeah, that's a durability story.
Carbon fiber is it's a very light material, but it's also very, very tough. And it fits the Hammer brand very, very well, purely because it is that tough, edgy, in-your-face type material that, again, it can take a hit, but it just keeps on coming. So that's where carbon fiber and the Hammer brand really go together, especially for the marketing and durability. Again, with the product is, we see almost zero cracking. So, it's a great thing to have, especially with, the quality products that we make.
Wait, I'm going to come back to this question. So we're going to congratulate Joe, 746 for the 2.0. Say he loves that ball. Thank you. It is a great. Great. Hey,
awesome.
thank you for purchasing that
That's
ball.
good. That's awesome.
Yeah. And here you go. This statement here is for Adam.
I saw that. but you gotta put the next, you gotta put Kim's response
Victor.
to it up too.
Well, then you have Victor's on there about getting my pinky out like I'm Joe Farley.
Yeah. Pinky's out.
Pinky's out.
Man. Hey, hey, that is a cup. Yes. Is that a red cup?
Yeah, that's my Columbia 300 Yeti.
Everyone has a red cup, but Adam.
No, I just have a can. Sorry.
Adam's just drinking straight out of the can tonight.
Well, I could have my daughter's sippy cup if you want. I mean, it's pink and sparkly.
It's close to red, and it has a little.
It's close. It's close. It's got
close.
some bling. It's got some bling on it, so it's good.
There you go. Uh-oh, look. Show us the can, Adam. Look.
See, it's not a White Claw. I will. It's an IPA. I will vouch for it. It is an IPA.
Yeah. No, I just like to give Adam crap, man. When I seen it, I was like,
everybody else does, so why not?
Hey, so look, I joined the family real fast. Then you see, I just went right on through.
You just roll right into it. We're good.
You wouldn't be part of the family if you weren't doing that.
Hey, Dave, how was it to win the PB3?
Man, I tell you what, getting to bowl a doubles tournament with Parker Bone a couple weeks ago, a PBA over 50, under 50 doubles tournament, and really getting to bowl with somebody that I looked up to as a kid. I mean, he's not a lot older than me, but like when he started on tour, I was in high school. So, looking up to people like that and then getting to bowl a doubles tournament with him in a PBA event, just bowling with him was phenomenal. He is like, he's got that reputation of just being like the nicest guy in the world. And when you bowl with him, it doesn't get any different. Like you even know that more bowling with him. And then to go on and actually win with him and watch the performance, we strategically let him bowl anchor for most of the doubles matches because he was the only one on the left side of the lane. So his side wasn't going to change. And to have him get up in the 10th and strike so many times when we needed it, it makes you really understand how good that guy really is, on top of how nice of a guy he is and what an ambassador to the game of bowling and the sport of bowling that Parker is. I mean, I just can't say enough about that. We have a kind of a little running joke I know I have it in my staff group when I do some meetings and stuff. And we talk about one of the things it means to be a staffer. And I say, be a good human being. I use different expletives when it's in a private group, but the joke is, what would Parker do? That's kind of how, like, if you're in a situation, what would Parker do? Because he doesn't make the wrong decision when it's in the public eye. He always does the right thing, and he always holds himself to the highest standard. So that was a long-winded answer to your question, Juan, but really the short answer is, outside of winning my national title, by far my favorite win of my career, being able to win with him.
That's big. Hey, question for you, Adam or Dave. Why colors black and orange for Hammer? Does that represent anything?
Dave, I don't. Yeah, I'm sure Dave will answer more than that than me.
That just goes back to what it's been for a long time. I mean, most brands have a color associated with them. Ebonite's always kind of had blue associated with it. Columbia's always had red. Track's always had kind of black and yellow and gray. And Hammer's just always had black and orange. It's become known as the Hammer colors. And that's, Deviate's kind of had that black and white a little bit. Brunswick's got a blue attached to it. So you just have to, it goes back to the marketing over the years where it's consistency. The consistency in the message, consistency in a brand color. It's kind of everything we've ever done. It's always been kind of at those colors if it was in that brand.
This guy here, Ivan, they were San Francisco Giants fans.
He's just a homer. He's just a local.
Yeah, that is not true.
Let's see. Who are these guys? I've never seen them at any respected no-tap tournaments around the country.
I'm gonna have to I gotta be on the lookout for some of those no-tap tournaments. Man, I gotta find that. I gotta get my name out there.
I'm sure there's some in our local area, Dave, we can find.
Hey, Notch. What's up, man? Hey, so me personally, like I said, Les kind of said it, bold and bright. But I'm gonna go back to our presentation that you had, Adam, when you said Hammerhead just like has that attitude. When you think of it, and those colors, black and orange, it's just like like he said, bold and bright. It stands out. That's like that attitude, like, hey, we here. You know.
Oh, you definitely know that it's the brand.
Yeah.
It's again, like Dave talked about, that every brand has their, kind of their motif, if you will. That Hammer just has adopted the orange and black, and everybody kind of adheres to it.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And you could actually throw carbon, like that carbon gray, carbon black type of color in that's used a lot for Hammer marketing as well.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Wanda Parker. Hey, Miss Parker. She said,
hi, Wanda.
How's the transition to Michigan being?
Cold. Other than that, it's great. We started out the show talking about it a little bit, and I love working here. I love the team that we've built. I love the atmosphere at work and how we treat each other and what happens internally, and it really is a family. So that's made the transition to Michigan that much easier. We actually love our neighborhood. We love where we live, outside of the fact that I have to turn the snowblower on every day right now. But other than that, it's great. And it's not been bad at all.
Hey, for both of you guys, but Dave first, how much snow do you have in your driveway?
So we have these posts that are 3 feet tall that actually they outline our driveway. So when it does snow, you know where your driveway ends and everything.
Yeah.
And the pile of snow after shoveling and snow blowing is about a foot over the top of those. So on each side of our driveway, we've got about 4 feet of snow piled up.
Adam, what about you?
It's a lot. I mean, there's the apartment complex that I live in right now is I live at the end of it, so like all the snow that they put from the parking lot is at the end of it, and the pile it's at least 10 feet tall. It's 10 feet tall by I would say 15 to 20 feet long. The width of the parking lot. So it's a lot. I mean, being from Vegas for all these years, I haven't seen a whole lot of snow in the last, decade and a half. But
would that explain why you've fallen on the ice 3 times?
I have fell 3 times in the last 2.5 weeks. I can guarantee I'm the only guy out there that's in flip-flops with shoveling snow. I can guarantee that.
Whoa. You're talking about how cold it was, but you're outside shoveling snow in flip-flops.
I've done it. It's just I'm lazy, and I don't want to. I just clear a little path, and that's it. And there may be ice underneath.
I cannot say that I haven't taken the dog out in my Hammer flip-flops either.
It happens.
In the snow. It happens.
So here's a good question for you guys. And if you do, we need to get it on camera and you have to post it. Jello asks, can you jump out the window into the snowplow?
No, because
No.
it's up to my window. It wouldn't be a very far fall.
The problem. The problem is it's so cold that everything has turned to ice. So it's not even snow anymore. It's just hard ice.
Okay. Have you guys encountered black ice yet?
Yeah, I fell 3 times. I have proofs to prove it.
The roadways have not been great. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it's definitely a learning process because there's just I'm not used to it. So where I live, there's the road going out onto the main road is not very well groomed at all times.
Right.
And so you could fishtail out of there pretty easy. But yeah, it's been an interesting couple months, with it. We've had snow on the ground for what, Dave, about 45 days now.
Yeah,
something like that.
Our neighborhood's been a complete sheet of ice for probably 3 or 4 weeks now. Just trying to drive out of our neighborhood till you get to the main roads.
Yeah.
It's been a sheet of ice for about 4 weeks.
Wow. Yeah, I will never come visit you guys until summertime, just FYI.
And you'll get to know this guy on the screen, by the way. Steven is one of our customer service agents. So if you happen to make an order,
awesome.
So if you happen to make an order from Steven, he's the guy you're going to deal with. So make sure you put your credit card in there appropriately, or he's going to yell at me. So make sure you put it in there the right way.
Oh, Adam, you need to text me that number on your card so I can put it in there the right way.
I'm sorry, I don't have those. I'm sorry.
You said you wanted it to go through, didn't you?
Right. I mean, if you don't want mine, then.
Oh, man. No, black ice is not fun to drive on. I've seen videos out in Texas and on the freeway, wherever they were, and it was just a disaster. You're absolutely right.
No, I made fun of Neil Al today because we have the same weather in Texas as he does up here. So it's not fun down there right now.
They say we got freezing rain. What is freezing rain? Is that hail, maybe? I don't know.
No, it's the precipitation falls fast enough that it still is rain when it hits the ground and freezes basically instantly because the ground is cold enough.
Wow.
It's an unpleasurable experience.
Clearly.
Not good.
Brian Gonzalez asks, Dave and Adam, what do you guys miss about the West Coast?
Not 7
and sunshine.
This is going to sound terrible, okay? This is going to sound awful.
Wait. I missed one other thing about the West Coast. In-N-Out Burger.
So I was going in that direction. So after all the years of traveling on the West Coast, there's one thing that I miss more than anything right now, especially it's 9 o'clock at night here, is anything open past 8 o'clock.
Wait, what?
Because they roll the sidewalks up. They roll the sidewalks up.
Is that what you're telling me?
By 9 o'clock, the sidewalks are rolled up here.
No way.
And the other thing I miss is Del Taco, because there's not many places on earth that you can get crinkle cut fries and a taco at the same time. And Mason is correct. And Mason is correct that I do miss pan roasts, and I only get them when he's around because that's a Simi Valley thing. But I will say that the food is different, and coming from a big city to a small town, there's definitely some culture shock. It's a lot slower pace, but it's a good thing. It's taken some time to figure out what life is here. And COVID didn't help at all.
No.
Being locked in your house for 2-3 months at a time.
No, you're absolutely right. So, who wants to answer this question from Les?
I'll go ahead and take a stab at this one.
Fire away.
This is a great question too. What are Brunswick's goals for this year? I think kind of as with everybody in the bowling industry, Brunswick's goals are to see bowling get back to at least some sense of normalcy in all parts of the country. You know, we know there are some parts of the country that have come back, mostly in the South, Texas, Florida, down in that way. Ohio has come back somewhat nicely, especially, you know, Les and Kim can attest to this. And I saw Tom Graham in here as well. He can attest to it. They just lifted their curfew. So parts of the country are starting to come back. You know, one of our biggest goals is to make sure that we are being the best partner for the pro shops and the distributors as things get reopened, and making sure we help their business in any way we can to get everybody back on their feet. You know, we need the pro shops. We need the pro shops to be healthy. We need the bowling centers to be healthy. And we need to be good partners. And by that, I mean myself with my customers and Adam with his customers, and all of our team members that are part of our staff groups and all of that. We need to work as a team together to get bowling back to what it was. We need to get people comfortable getting back in a bowling center. Not, you know, not just comfortable in everyday life, but they got to be comfortable going back in a bowling center. Diehard bowlers are starting to come back, and they're coming back somewhat quickly. But that casual bowler, that you know, that once a month or once every other month family that goes bowling, that's what we're missing right now. Those people aren't quite comfortable enough to come back in a bowling center. So one of our goals, and I you know, I'm going to speak for Adam a little bit before he gets to talk here, but that's where Adam and I feel like we need to work with the pro shops and with the staff members in local areas to get people to understand that bowling is safe and get them back in the bowling centers.
Okay.
Pretty much the same thing that Dave said. I mean, I'll echo the same things, but obviously we live in, you know, from a territory standpoint, we live in two completely different worlds. You know, Dave being the Northeast guy and me being the West Coast guy. You know, it's been completely different purely because, you know, from a West Coast standpoint, there really hasn't been a whole lot of bowling in almost a year now. And it's been, you know, a struggle to get people to stay interactive or stay involved or keep bowling relevant, you know, as a whole. And, you know, it's unfortunate that we're probably going to, and we already have, we've lost a few centers especially in the Southern Cal area. You know, we got to do the best we can to try and keep people involved. And when they do open up, to help support them and to help support the pro shops in the centers so they can get back on their feet as fast as they can.
Absolutely. Because here
again, we're all kind of in this. We're all in this together. So I mean, we're all bowlers at heart, and we want bowlers to. We all want everybody to succeed, you know, and we have to have a playing floor to be able to do this activity. So, you know, again, we want to make sure that we have, you know, the centers and the pro shop's best interests at heart.
This guy.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
He is not wrong.
Oh man, that is funny. Hey, this guy right here, that's my big bro, man. I love that dude dearly.
I'm glad to have him as part of my team and part of our team for sure. He's awesome.
I've bowled junior tournaments with Victor, so really? I've known Victor a very long time. When he worked in the pro shop at Stonehenge, I mean, we're talking many, many, many years ago.
Wow.
He was still tall back then and left-handed, so I mean, some things haven't changed.
Yeah, some things haven't changed. I have to stand on a chair to talk to him.
When I take a picture with him, George, sometimes I'll stand on a chair because I do. It just feels like I'm like at his belly button. I'm like, dude, this is not a cute picture. It's not a picture that we want to post.
Yeah, it's like Taco Fall and Brandon Grant in the same picture. It just doesn't happen. No.
Oh, no, you're absolutely right. Yes, getting people back in the series, waiting list. Yes, seriously.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear.
Like, I feel safer than going to Walmart. I agree.
He's not wrong there either.
Yeah,
no, he's not. Paul Carver said, hey, New Mexico's governor will never understand or accept that bowling is safer than going to the gyms.
Yeah, I mean, New Mexico's in a tough spot right now because, there really isn't a firm date on anything opening right now. And, I've talked to some proprietors and some pro shop guys, and it's tough, because there's just a lot of uncertainty and they just don't know what's going to happen. And yes, Victor is correct. We go way back to when I had a Mustang. It was a white Mustang. Oh my God. 94, 95, something like that.
Hey, did you ever have a mullet?
Nope, just Dave.
Here we go. Here we go. Can't have a show without that coming up. Hey, it was the style back then.
I just thought I'd ask. I just thought I'd ask.
It was a style. It may not have been the style, but it was a style.
Oh, you guys are cracking me up.
Hey,
yeah, I just saw that comment by Steve Gerald right there. Yeah. Demos. We are definitely getting them going, Steve. I know you're in the Lansing area, so get your pro shop guy to contact his product specialist and get that going. We got them going all over the country where places are open. So
yeah,
when we do demos, what is our main objective to get out of a demo? When we get people to come, what are we looking for?
Well, I would go it's twofold. One, you're trying to fit a customer up for the best experience they can with our products.
Okay.
We have a bunch of products that are there, whether it's the current scenario, we'll have 6 to 8 different products there, 6 to 8 different balls, and we want to try and find the best fit for them. With that said, we're trying to attract them to a brand that makes the most sense for them as well. That's it, in the end, Brandon, like we talked about in our presentation last week, right. We're trying to gear people towards the brand that makes the most sense for their personality or their buying habits.
Right.
And the more that we can do that, the better it is. The balls come and go. We all know that. But attracting them to the brand is more important than anything else.
Yeah, and I would say it's a little bit like buying a car. You don't go buy a car without test driving it for the most part. So this gives you that chance to that consumer's coming in and they're going to drop $200 on a bowling ball. We want to make sure they're getting the right one for their game.
Absolutely.
And Adam said it really good too with finding out which brand they can identify with the easiest. If they can identify with a brand, they might purchase that ball at that demo, but then when they go to buy another ball a year down the road or 6 months down the road and there's no demo in the area, they're going to go back to that brand because they identify with that brand. And I just said that without actually breaking a smile at that comment that's on the screen.
That was impressive. That was very good.
That was really impressive because you were.
I had to just keep looking right at the. I couldn't look at it.
You were all business. Hey, it says Hammers has been a big part of the inner city and the urban community, sponsoring TBAs since I can remember. Is it important to the company to represent minorities, unlike any other brand?
I definitely feel like Hammer has that moniker. It's been there, like Terry mentions, it's been there with TMBA for a very long time now, and I think there is some focus there. I think there, and I look at that even when it comes time to add team members and where they might fit and what brand, and there's definitely some of that because of the affiliation with TMBA.
Adam?
He said it all. He basically said everything that would go towards that. I mean, it's just, again, we're trying to do the right things to market the right way for everybody involved.
There you go. Oh, man. Let's see here. What do we have? Monday nights at Keystone was Mullet Farm. I'm telling you, these. Hey, we have some characters here. I'll tell you that now. 31 for 31.
So, yeah, 31 for 31 was a. This is going back to. It was 2017 now.
Yeah, 3 or 4 years ago now.
I think it was 2017 during Hammer's Best Fans in Bowling Month, which you can check out on the Hammer Facebook page for the month of August. There's contests every day. There's things that go on every day on the Hammer page for the month of August. And when I was a DSM back then covering Michigan, I actually put together a tour and we did 31 demos in 31 days for the month of August. And we had T-shirts made. They looked like a concert shirt. They had the date and the city that we were in. And it was pretty cool. I will tell you, it was a ton of work. And I give props to the people that helped me with that. You know, a couple people that really come to mind that helped out big time with that are Mike Calhoun and Andrew Anderson, who are still part of our team to this day. They were a huge help in moving the balls around and help setting those up. And there was just, you know, it was a lot of work, but we're 4 years removed from that, and people still talk about it. So that to me tells me it was a pretty cool thing, because I still hear about it 4 years later from when we did it.
Wow. And that means it was a success. That's what that means.
Yeah, and it was, you know, again, you go back to what is a demo. And while, you know, we're not going to sell as many balls on a Tuesday at 4:00 in the afternoon as we might on the days we did them on Saturday and Sunday.
Right.
We were still in a different center every day in Michigan, which is a hotbed of bowling, one of the largest states in bowling in the country. And we did a different city, different bowling center in Michigan every single day for 31 days, and we didn't miss a day.
Wow.
And we had a separate Facebook page set up for it. So the guys went live from it. We did some contests on it, and it was really about branding the Hammer brand as the brand that can identify with the fans.
There you go. Well, I'm going to do a contest while you guys are on here. For anyone that can...
Coming out of Adam's budget.
Apparently.
No, this is on my behalf, man. This is all me. But I want to do a contest. If anyone can guess, and if you're close, within 2 or 3, how many bow ties I have personally, I will make you a custom Hammer shirt.
Do they need help? I'm going to get all your bow ties right now.
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
That's a good question.
Yeah. So
I don't know that, and I'm sure it's a lot. I'm sure it's a decent number. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I'm not even going to venture to guess.
Yeah.
I couldn't even guess. No clue.
I'm looking at these numbers coming in, and
they're all over the map.
Man,
Hey,
you got a lot of ties.
Ken Rogers, we talk about bow ties, so you are already disqualified from this contest because Kenny knows, like he knows.
Well, the over's been hit. Kim Mann just smashed the over at 275.
275.
Yeah.
Look at Mike Judy jumping in. He must have thought he was getting free bourbon.
MJ.
And trust and believe, I'm gonna post on there tonight who wins. Ken, but you're my brother. I love you, Kenny. I do, but you cannot know. Not gonna happen.
Is that like when I give out free bowl balls for honor scores in league, and I say that team members are exempt from that? Is that the same type of
exactly.
thing? Yeah, got it.
The same exact thing.
Hey, I do like Tommy Graham's thought process on his guess.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Wait, what did Tommy say? Where is he at?
300 ties. It's got to be
300 because it's got to be perfect.
I like that. But yeah, man, this is just something fun, and whoever wins, you're gonna, like I said, I'm gonna design some stuff for you, and make sure you rep the Hammer brand and look good while doing it.
Love it.
Yeah.
And I definitely I
Fewer
definitely
bow
believe.
ties.
Oh,
that's good. That's good.
that's a good one, Steven. That is good.
Oh man.
That is good.
Yeah.
Hey, I definitely think we'll have a little conversation off screen, but I like the idea of getting together monthly for a little show. Like Adam said, there's plenty to talk about each month if we just kind of pick a time and say, hey, it's going to be the second Monday of every month or the third Monday of every month or whatever it is. I think that's a great idea, and I know I'm up for it. I'm sure Adam's up for it too.
No, absolutely. I mean, Dave and I do a lot of these things together, so it's always entertaining. We always like to keep it fun, but also try and help educate the bowlers and rep our brands at the same time.
Well, hey, Adam, the only way we're going to bring you on screen if you have a red cup. No more cans, no more. That works. We will take that.
Sure?
He's got a bling pink cup.
Hey,
is that close? Hold on.
No.
It's like a gender reveal.
Yes. Seriously, man. I'm telling you, it's so.
But yes, I will make it a point that I will have a red cup next time, and I will make sure it is loud and proud for you guys.
Hey, I'm just saying. Look, you can go to Walmart or Walgreens. They sell those red cups. It's just easy. Like, well, not like this. You will not get a cup.
I don't think I'm going to Walgreens to buy that.
My guess is Adam has one of these red cups laying around.
I actually do, Dave. I actually do not. I actually don't. Oh. I have the track one, but I do not have the red one.
All right. Well, you could have the silver hammer one.
I do have that.
Okay. See?
Uh-oh. Wait.
Oh, Steven.
He's got jokes tonight. He's got.
Yay. Hey, those cups, hey, Mike, those cups work too. See, I have 2 red cups. Those work too.
Well, is that like the backup? You have that on standby if you drop the other one?
Yes. He had a backup drink because when he finished the first one, he didn't have to make one on screen.
Oh, yeah.
See, yeah.
But see, when you stand right next to your refrigerator, you can do that very stealth-like and make another drink without knowing.
Oh man, dude, this has been absolutely fun, but we're gonna. You guys don't go anywhere, but we're gonna end the show. Guess what, guys? Hey, Turn Up Thursday. Everybody knows what that is. Turn up, get your butts up, get to the pro shop if your pro shops are open, and go buy those obsessions. They're waiting for you. They're waiting for you.
They will be there. They will be there.
So,
and if your pro shop doesn't have them, they can order it for you.
There you go.
And yell at them for not having it, and yelling it for not having them on the release date.
This guy here. Look, he got jokes too. This guy here.
He does have jokes.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Go back to your sideways slide, dude.
Oh man.
Oh, Rick Graham, he's been beating me since I was he took my lunch money as a kid.
Well, guess what? Now he's beating you with Brunswick products.
Yeah, now I still can't beat him 30 years later.
Oh. Man, Adam, you throw the ball too well to be losing, so you got to figure something out.
I don't throw the ball at all anymore. All I do is ball videos and lose to Dave in league.
We can't even get him to bowl Fight Club anymore.
I fall on the ice every week, so I'm currently incapacitated.
So you're basically telling me you're on IR. When you go bowl, you just bowl, but you're really on IR.
I don't bowl that much anymore, man. It's a very small amount. I mean, the last time that I bowled a tournament competitively was when I saw you in Palm Springs a year and a half ago. I led by 200
because you absolutely whacked them with one ball.
I threw one ball the whole time. I didn't bowl for like 4 months prior and had like 2,300 all events or whatever it was. But that those days are few and far between anymore. I
Does your arm
enjoy.
hurt?
Yes, it does. Thank you. It's an inside joke. But I enjoy, like, especially we bowl league on Tuesdays, and I have a lot of fun with it. I mean, in the end, bowling is more, it's part of what I do. It's part of my job. I still love bowling. But like from a competitive standpoint, it's few and far between anymore. I just don't, I have a 4-year-old that you probably heard singing in the background most of the show.
Oh,
But yeah, I mean, that's more my priority now than anything else.
okay. And hey, Steven had a question. Will we see any outer core technologies cross brands?
Well, right now you've got Hammer that's got carbon fiber. That's Hammer's thing. You've got some other brands that have dynamic core. That's their thing. There's differentiators for the brands, and every brand's going to have their own marketing, their own differentiators, their own uniqueness. So,
and you're seeing some of the technology go from brand to brand, like Dot, for an example. There's Dot technology in every brand, especially in the high performance balls. Those are the ones that'll cross. But like Dave said, there's some differentiation between each one. He's got jokes tonight.
He does. He is all over you tonight.
Oh, man. Can we bring back the Big Blue?
Wasn't that the original gas mask core?
I believe so.
So Black Widow 2.0. There you go.
Get a Black Widow 2.0.
See, there we go. Look, we thought that was Adam Barta singing.
Well, if he sings like a 4-year-old daughter, or my 4-year-old daughter, then yes, it could be Adam Barta. But I doubt it. I highly doubt it.
It's okay. We'll listen to her singing. It's fine.
She usually makes an appearance on every show that I do, so she made her little thing on the side here.
Cameo. It's not a show if Quinn doesn't make a cameo.
Yeah, that's what she does.
Well, was it the cat made an appearance too, right?
Yeah, jumped right across. Yeah.
Right. And I'm sitting there looking. I'm like, well, what the hell?
Yeah, I saw your face whenever it happened, and it was one of these, like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
So yeah.
Yeah.
It just got fuzzy for a minute. It got fuzzy. It's fine.
That was another one where I was trying to answer a question without laughing, so I couldn't look at the screen.
We're going to have quite a few of those, just FYI.
The fun part is trying to do presentations, and that's happening in the background, and you'll see my arm kind of go like this every now and then because I'm trying to block people and do things without people knowing.
So now we know, because it's like, you're like sitting there and you're like, dude, stop. Like my daughter keep coming over here and she's like doing this at me. Like, and I'm not trying to look at her, but she's like, hi, Dad. Hi, Dad.
It's just part of being at home doing these, man. It's just, it just is what it is.
And then if I try to go hide somewhere, it just doesn't work the same.
No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all part of the show, man.
I've definitely had my dog on the screen before too when he's been whining at me down here.
It happens.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
Well, look, hey, you guys, like Dave and we appreciate your time. You guys don't go anywhere. My people, hey, family and friends, it's going to let you guys go to bed now. It's night time for some of you. Some of you probably don't go to bed at all. You stay up all night, like Adam. Adam is a late bloomer and an early riser.
Well, no, just because I text you and you respond to me at 6 a.m., at least I know what I'm dealing with now.
It's so funny because he like, why are you up so early? Well, I'm at work. Between me, Vern, and Jello, we're on the phone at 6 a.m. every day.
Being 3 hours ahead of my territory sometimes is a little different, so I usually don't try and talk to anybody before noon.
Right. It's all good. Hey, you already know, Dave, I'm up. 9 o'clock y'all time. Text me. I'll answer. I'll respond.
All good. That's 3 hours after I get up.
All right. Hey, guys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you guys for the time. Thursday, guys, don't forget, if you're in the bowling alley, you're in the pro shop, if you want the Obsession Tour, in the obsession, go order it, go get it, and tell us how you like it. Ball videos coming soon. If you haven't seen them on the lanes, go to the Hammer page on Facebook, go to YouTube, Instagram. It's out there. Videos are out there. So can't say we didn't provide the platform for you guys to see this ball in action. It's there. But it's nothing like.
And if you have any questions you guys have, you could reach out to any three of us. We'll be more than happy to help you with, especially anything from the Hammer brand.
Absolutely. Pre-ordered it. That's what we like to see right there, man. Hey, hopefully you love it. Put up big numbers, and we'll see your name on the honor roll score, Rob. But hey, you guys have a good evening, man. Thank you, and God bless. Bowtie out.
Thanks, everybody.